I mean, looking back now, I want to talk about, when you get the awards you've gotten, AMA, Lifetime Achievement, MFA, all of that. Was it tough growing up in a country that doesn't understand difference?
It was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough. Very tough. People touted me as in different ways, as in called me different names, because I think there was something about me. At the age of 6, the moment I noticed that my younger brother has a little bit
taller than you.
Yeah, taller than me. I think that was when subconsciously I knew something was wrong with me. Because I remember my mom taking me to hospital, I remember this one particular day, I think then something happened when I was like 9 years. I was like 9 years, 6 months. So they took me to hospital. So doctor was telling my mom, I think I was sick. So doctor was telling my mom, Madam, stop worrying yourself. He has no problem. Just make sure he reads his book, he goes to school, just be there for him. Should you know, someone that was born and brought up in the village, that English, it just hit me, bam. I remember the man saying, Madam, what he has is stunted growth. Then he wrote, this thing he gave us, one of the reports, he wrote again, I saw another word, growth retardation. I was looking for first of all, how to pronounce that word, retardation. My mom no go school now. So
nobody you have to do the work yourself.
See, he had already said, stunted. I looked at that S-T-U-N-T. I'm like, but there's no O. Do you know, growing up, my father used to be a trader. He was selling books, Yeah. And so, I translate Igbo to English.
English, yes. You first think of it in Igbo.
I first think of it in Igbo. So I was looking at that word, stunted. I looked at, but listen, is you, not O. How is it?
Instead of stone.
Stunted.
Oh,
I was looking at it.
Stunted, yes.
You understand? So, what am I trying to say?
Yeah.
That was when I started hearing these two words, stunted and retarded growth. Until I saw the way the man explained to my mom. So, that was here. It was my mindset. My mom would always tell me, see, you're small. You cannot go and start carrying cement. You cannot go and start carrying wood and say you want to be a furniture. Then they call them furniture now. Carpenter, thank you. So then, you cannot do all this thing. So the best thing for you is to go and study, go and read your books. Otherwise, if you want to go to abroad, read your books. So I knew the only weapon I had to conquer the world is just by going to school and paying more attention to my academics. So while they were throwing all those tantrums, I know. Well, I cried. I cried several times. Yeah. I cried, They would call me different names. It got bad, though. There were times I thought of ending it all. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I never told my parents. I'm sure when they see all this interview, they'll be like, "What I cry?" So, now what for you? You know that kind of thing.
Yes. So as a child, you wanted to take your own life.
Yes, at the time, I felt like, what am I doing? I mean, it was as if the society, was not just fair to me.
Yeah.
Kids, taunt me without, they don't care, with reckless abandon. They just talk to me anyhow. And sometimes even when I have misunderstanding with my siblings, they use the same name that they fight. They try to fight other kids off, from calling me. They call me the same name. So it was hard on me, but they never knew. Several times, I was like, how would he feel? It started coming to my mind. But whenever, those nonsense, negative thoughts start coming, I would tell myself, remember what mommy said? Mama said, I will be a big man only if I study. Why not study? Then until when these books fail me, then I will know whether I want to kill myself, in entirety, or I want to live. I think that was what comforted me.
Yeah, yeah.
it was a touch between me and myself.
You and yourself, yes. Yeah.
And I'm happy that he helped me.
Yeah.
So I no go, thank God I no grow for Lagos. Don't me please, no foul.
People talk about Akinokwa a lot. Correct me if I'm wrong. Before Akinokwa, there was Okunoka.
No, Akinokwa came first.
Oh, right. And then
Okunoka, there were so many other movies in that direction.
Akinokwa is iconic, but there was Okunoka I thought was...
that Okunoka.
At the start, did you know that Akinokwa was going to be?
Yes.
You knew?
From the set.
Why?
Oh, everybody was just laughing. I think that was the first time we were having something like that in Nollywood. Yes. So it was like, picking these two different human beings from these two different worlds, bringing them together. In fact, from when we were rehearsing, people were like, have you seen these two guys? Have you seen these two guys? So, before we finish, no, we knew.
Yeah.
Before we finished, people, in fact, the expectations were high.
Yeah.
Because, Sita, that's what I tell people. From the first day I met Osita, there was this chemistry.
Right.
It was just there. Because, Osi, my guy, then if you come to him, if you see him from afar, you think that he's this shy type of a guy. But when you come closer, he is not.
Yeah.
So I noticed that, but he's more or less an introvert. So he likes to be on his own. So I remember, trying to devour him, because I was then an undergraduate. So we met that day. Even while we were discussing, people, if you see even the way people were looking at us. You remember that part of Macbeth?
Yeah.
Where I think it was Macduff that said, "What are these?" When he saw the three witches, he said, "What are these so withered and so wild in their attire that look not like the inhabitants of this earth and yet are on it?" Yes. Exactly what transpired that day. It was small. Me, of course, I did school that time, so I was everywhere. But before then, something happened. Because I have an uncle. Okay. Like my mother's family, most of them live in Aba. Right. So I had this uncle that I always, visit my mother's elder brother. I always visit him in Aba. I noticed something. Whenever I go to the market to buy clothes, I would meet one woman that would ask me, you were here yesterday. Remember you said I should keep these clothes for you? She would give me the clothes. When Osita will come again, she will tell Osita, you came and collected the clothes now. Do you understand?
Right.
So it was happening. I didn't even know.
No, you had not met him at that time.
At all. And even when I was in school, people had already started telling me, Chidi, there was someone that looked like you. Hey, this guy looked like that. I said, hey, this person. So that day, when I saw him, I was like, yeah, that's the guy.
It's like that it was destined to be.
Yes. So the chemistry from that first day, everything was just perfect.
Yeah.
My brother, if me and Osita now, if we are on set, if we're taking a line, maybe he misses the line, I will chip in without anybody knowing, except if you're looking at the script. If I miss a line, he will correct me. Yeah. And if you're not looking at the lines, where to what, you will think
it was planned.
It was planned, or it was just scripted like that. So from day one, that was even where, when people saw that, people were like, man, this movie, if this movie come out to, you understand? And that was it.
I've not eaten since 2 days ago now. I've not eaten since 2 days ago. Yes.
You've not eaten since 2 days?
Yes.
So what have you done?
Just because we had a small tiny quarrel with him. What problem? He has refused us.
I don't believe you. You boys are terrible. You are terrible.
No.
I'm not going. I cannot believe you.
Please, come on, go with us now. Please help us beg Papa Peter. Whatever that we have done, let him forgive us, please now. Hey, are you sleeping? What is this? Look at sleeping. Look up.
Hey, listen.
What do people have here? What is this now? What do people have here?
What do you want to eat?
Look, my friend, don't answer question with it. Are you dreaming?
You have to tell me what you want, then I'll find out whether we have it here.
For what? For what should I tell what I want?
Please, don't waste my time. I have other customer to attend, okay? Excuse me.
I want to leave your legs fish them. We are talking to you and you are putting your stupid legs on top of this table. Do you know how we managed to get this money that we've come to eat? Idiot, and you are insulting us.
Please, we don't entertain two little rats with a loud mouth here. I think they say everything here you can afford.
Who is the owner of this place?
Hey, I want to see the owner.
Yes, because you don't know
What is going on here now? What's the matter?
Sack this game. No. If you don't sack here, we will never come here and eat again.
What did you do?
Shift! Don't touch me. Just imagine this your ass girl. She came here and started insulting us. Come us little rats with loud mouth. Just imagine.
How many times have I warned you not to insult my customer? Stupid girl.
Nonsense.
Customer, beg me.
Madam brother.
So what do I give to you?
Madam brother.